You're watching Loudmouths, brought to you by Cheapo Air.
Hello and welcome to Loudmouths, the great debate presented by Cheapo Air. I'm Eamon McAnaney, happy to be joined by Maria Marino. And obviously, Maria, the NBA is on hold right now, but eventually, sometime in the near future, the Knicks and Nets are going to be looking for new full-time head coaches. So, Maria, in your eyes, which is the better gig, coaching the Nets or coaching the Knicks?
I think coaching the Nets is the more desirable position right now. And it's really because they have a bit of a head start over the Knicks. When you think about the process in the NBA or really any sport, you kind of start at rock bottom. Hopefully you get some lottery picks. Then you develop those picks. You attract free agents. You have coaching that's consistent and allows players to develop. The Knicks are still at that rock bottom point, and they've been that way for the past couple of years. Whereas the Nets, and you can partially thank Kenny Atkinson for this, they were able to establish a nice little sweet spot where they didn't even have to use lottery picks to get to a point where they were competing. They were able to develop an identity. They already did the rebranding thing. They made it into the playoffs last year. And on top of it, they attracted some of the best free agents out there. So now you're way ahead. And I just feel like when you go to a situation like the Knicks, you got to start from ground zero.
Well, there is no arguing that the Nets are way ahead of the Knicks, but you mentioned it, Kenny Atkinson. If we're having this conversation a year ago, he's a candidate for Coach of the Year. Now he's out of a job because Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant didn't like him. So the bottom line is there's no doubt there's more talent and a better chance to win in Brooklyn. But how much of a coach are you really going to be? It seems like Irving and Durant are running the franchise. I totally get that the Knicks are a dysfunctional franchise. They're always at square one, Maria, because they can't figure out a plan. But I think with Leon Rose, if he can look at Tom Thibodeau or Jeff Van Gundy in the eye and say, we are committed to a rebuilding process and we are going to start from scratch here, I think that's a better job because you get to coach. I think with the Nets, Maria, you're really just doing what Durant and Irving tell you to do.
I would just be a little skeptical based on the history of head coaches that have gone there.
How can you be skeptical about the Knicks? It's such a stable franchise.
Hey, you said it. They're not a stable franchise. And look at example after example. You could talk about Derek Fisher, Jeff Hornacek. You could talk about David Fizdale. These are all coaches that had promising careers. Now, hold on a second. They had promising careers. They went to the Knicks. And if it were me, I'd want to go to a situation where I actually felt like, hey, I could be the missing piece to take this team to the next level where they actually get over the hump and win.
Lenny Wilkins, Mike D'Antoni, we could go on and on and on. Maria, great stuff. Thanks for joining us here for Loudmouths, the great debate presented by Cheapo Air. Make sure to follow SNY on social media for more. But for now, be safe, everyone.